Hi guys. Okay, so I've got to tell you this recipe that I've got this week. It came out of the blue. I just saw it one morning and I thought I'd give it a shot, and it turned out exactly how I wanted it to be, even better than I wanted it to be, which is actually a rare thing for me. So I hope you guys have just as much success. It's a recipe for gingerbread house. This is from scratch, so you make your gingerbread, your icing, you can decorate it. Perfect for making it with your kids if you've got kids, or just even with your flatmates. I had a good time making it. It was fun, and the results were amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy it too.
So what we're going to begin with first is our dry ingredients. So just grab a large bowl and we're going to throw in the following. 6 cups of flour. Don't worry really about sifting it. Our mixing will sift out any lumps we can get. Followed by half teaspoon of baking powder. 4 teaspoons of ginger powder. 1 teaspoon of allspice or mixed spice. 1 teaspoon of cardamon, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and just to finish things off, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we can just set this aside while we deal with our wet ingredients. Next up we have our wet ingredients. So we're going to begin with 170 grams of softened butter. Into the butter we're going to stick in 1.5 cups of brown sugar, nice and soft brown sugar. Grab an electric hand beater and just mix this up until our butter goes soft and it creams with the sugar. Following this, we're going to stick in 2 beaten eggs. Once again, add it slowly while you're mixing, just to make sure it doesn't separate. Following this, we're going to stick in 1 cup of golden syrup. You can use molasses. I've got golden syrup. I prefer golden syrup in my gingerbread. So I'm going to use 1 cup of golden syrup. Mix it around with our electric hand mixer, and just to finish things off, 1 tablespoon of water. This will just help thin things out when we mix it in with our dry ingredients. After giving our dry ingredients a quick mix around so the spices are evenly distributed in our flour, we can add in our wet mixture. Once again, just fold it through until it's well combined. Then we're going to turn this out onto a floured surface, so we can just pull everything together to make a sort of a dough ball, a gingerbread dough ball. Once we have this, as you can see, it's nice, smooth. The flour is all incorporated. It's nice and smooth. We're going to cut this in half and then wrap it in Glad wrap or cling film. Stick it in the fridge for around sort of 2 hours. It'll just make the dough a lot easier to work with and allow the butter to firm back up. Once our dough has had a chance to cool down, it's nice and firm, we're going to roll it out with a rolling pin to around 1/4 inch or roughly around 5 millimeters thick. Now we're going to use our a template. Now I've got a template. I picked it up from the web. I can't quite find where I picked it up from, so I'll just post the rough dimensions of my template in the description link below for you to check it out. But really it's up to you what your house wants to look like. You can have windows, doors, quite a sharp roof, a flat roof, a round roof, entirely up to you. So all we're going to do is grab our template, normally cut it on card, and we can put it on top of our dough and then just cut around it. Simple as. I'll just show you how to do a couple of them and you'll get the idea of how to do it. Once you've finished cutting out all your templates for your house, we're going to chuck this into an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for roughly around 10 minutes. The smaller pieces might cook a little bit quicker, so just keep an eye on it. You want a nice golden outside to your gingerbread pieces. Once they're done, whip them out of the oven, put them on a wire rack to cool down. They need to be completely cool before we use our icing to start constructing our house. While we're waiting for our gingerbread pieces to cool down sufficiently, we can work on our icing. Now, I've just googled the icing recipe for this. Most of them have come up with the same thing, so I've just used 2 egg whites. We're just going to whip these with our electric hand beater. I used an old school hand beater just to go back in the dark ages, but use the electric one, it's much quicker. And then we're going to stick in 2 cups of icing sugar. Once again, use a hand beater or hand mixer and whip it back up until it forms stiff peaks. and then your icing is ready to be put into a piping bag and used in the construction of our house. Now with the icing done, we want a nice solid platform for our house. You don't want to cover it with aluminium foil like I have. A piece of wood is perfect. And you don't need to be a builder to construct this house. It's pretty straightforward. You might need an extra pair of hands though. So start with the sides and glue them onto the front. I've skipped ahead. I'm just showing you how to do the roof. Pretty much pipe some of the icing along each edge of our house piece that you want to glue. Press it down there. The icing should set in roughly around 30 seconds, a little bit quicker. So just hold your pieces together until it's set. Always take it off if it starts sliding. Just hold it there for a little bit longer and your icing will set to a nice, actually quite hard and solid foundation really. Once we've constructed our basic house, we can decorate it. Now I haven't gone into too much detail on how to do this. It's pretty straightforward. Grab your icing in your piping bag and then just apply it anywhere where you would like to put some lollies. You can use any ideas that you pick up off the internet, any ideas from my pictures at the end. Really, it's up to you. Let your imagination go wild. It's really that simple. It'll set perfectly, and then the hardest part is destroying your work of art. I found it very difficult to destroy my house, but it's worth it in the end. It's quite nice. The gingerbread's perfect. Something really nice to do with your kids or anyone in general. It could be used for a gift also. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found something useful, and Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys stay safe. I'll have another recipe up next week. Hopefully it's a creme brulee recipe, so keep your eyes open for that one.